Yes, I did. You would, what are
You
you
know,
saying?
you know what, Teresa? You come on and you remain silent because you want to hear what I'm saying. This is very sneaky of you.
Well, like I got a lot of people talking about me. So like I'm trying to figure out what side people are on because people are sending flower arrangements, like I'm having meetings with my lawyer. Like I gotta know what your side you're on.
Well, a lot of people are talking about you. We're going to get into that because Andy Cohen has got some things to say here today about the future of the show. I don't know if you've seen that, but before we get there, look, I mean, how do I put this to your face? The flowers were it's kind of a good move, no?
No, that was low class. That was who's sending flower ring? Like I didn't even read the note. Like I just saw that it was from Margaret and I put it like I was like, take it away, take it off of my property.
Well, it was for you and your lawyer. It said, Dear Teresa and James, sorry for the loss of your dignity. Love, 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 Marge.
Yeah, lowbrow and classless and stupid.
How do you feel about Danielle Cabral's reaction? She laughed. She thought it was funny. She really am very impressed, this Miss Cabral.
Yes, and that yeah, she like now that I see on the show, like she was keeping her composure, like when I was seeing her. But then I watching the show back, and I'm like, oh my god, she was like, she totally loved it. But I think she's still figuring TV out, so she probably didn't know that like I was gonna eventually see the confessional, and like now I know how she felt. But I don't like it. That's like you're a traitor.
So she gets a pass because it's her second season and maybe she doesn't know how the confessionals work yet.
Yes, I mean like look, Danielle is still trying to figure out her where she fits in. Like she's still making her way, but probably not for long. But I'm like, I saw that and I was like, girl, what are you doing?
How did you feel? I mean, the world has reacted to these flowers. They have reacted.
Yes. I'm I look, I'm not reading whatever I see, like my daughters are sending me this stuff. They're like, Ma, this is what they say about the flower. Like, I forgot about the flowers. I forgot about everything. I just thought that when I saw it again, I thought it was stupid. But everybody's saying it's iconic, whatever. No, it's typical Margaret trying to get attention.
And that's it, right?
Yes, and she's using my tagline, love, love, love. It's like, oh my gosh, that's typical Marge, typical, like so petty.
What did you think of? Well, what do you think of the rest of the episode? You called everyone to your house. James was there.
Yes. Like it wasn't a bashing of Margaret. She's calling everybody like, "Oh my God, you're you going to the bashing of me at Teresa's house." Look, it was not like that. I was just having my lawyer talk to them and explain like what's going on. That's all it was. Like it didn't need to be this big thing. And I didn't like that Jen Fessler was going around town telling everybody that what's happening in my house. It's supposed to be private.
Jen Fessler did reveal quite a bit, right?
Yes, we're starting to see a little bit of Jen's like true colors a little bit.
A little true colors. What about this when she was sitting there with Margaret at that diner and, she told her Margaret called Dolores. Dolores, she really didn't want Dolores to go, but Dolores made it very clear she was coming. So I think Dolores showed loyalty to you in that moment.
Yes, yes. Look, I'm gonna say that I feel like Dolores will always be by my side because just we grew up together. I know her the longest, Patterson girls. So I like that she stood up like that. And Margaret, she's just why? You know what I mean? She makes for good TV. I'm gonna say that, but like that's it. It's all for an act. Like she doesn't really know. She doesn't know how to be a good person. It's all just this one big act. She's an actress.
What did you take anything else away from this episode? Anything else that stood out to you?
I mean, the guys all hanging out. Like, I mean, I thought you want to talk about the videos that they made. Like, I just thought that was like, I don't know. Like, my husband is crazy sometimes, but I thought that
But
that
he loves you, right?
Yes, like I love the video. We watch it sometimes. I thought Bill could have done better. Like his video was like, he's making out with her basically on camera. And then Polly, we already know what I think about Polly. That was crazy. But look, besides all that, the biggest thing was Margaret is petty. That's my main takeaway.
That's, I think, I think that's the overarching takeaway some people had. Yeah.
Yes. Let me read you the note and then I want to hear what you think.
Tell me.
Because I never read it. Like now I'm reading it. Dear Teresa and James, sorry for the loss of your dignity.
Yeah.
Love, 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 Marge.
Yeah, she wanted the love, love, love. You lost your dignity. She addressed it to James too. She also called James a fat fucking attorney in this episode, and she said that her attorney is on, I believe, Madison Avenue, and she wanted everyone to know that James works next to the crack den in Atlantic City. I don't know if those were her exact words, but something pretty close.
Yes, that's exactly what she said. And let me tell you, James has a really big office, like on Park Avenue, close to Madison, like right off of Lexington. So, yeah, he's got his assistants. They got an office in Atlantic City. It's not next to a crack den. I've been there. There's no crackheads. I know what a crackhead looks like. Okay. It looks like Fuda. And no, that's not, yeah.
And what did you take of? You revealed that Margaret was working with Vanessa, and I mean, we don't want to say her name, I get it, but that Vanessa is getting her point of view out there through Marge. And some people were shocked, and others were just like not that shocked by all this.
Yeah. No, not surprising. Margaret is like this big monster, and all these people use her to like get out the bad word. Like she loves spreading dramas, and this is perfect showing of that is that they was using Margaret for this, and Margaret loves it. She's like, "Oh my God, is this a way to start drama? Okay, I want to be a part of it."
She does love it. Now, what about, a few weeks ago, your boss, Andy Cohen, said that, he used the word RHONJ rebrand, and we didn't know what was going to happen. Now, I'm not sure this is exactly how you should interpret this, but it's all over now today that someone called in. I don't know if you saw this yet, Teresa, but someone called into the radio show and they were complaining again about this season. And now the headlines are all over that Andy Cohen confirms RHONJ is getting a reboot, says all fresh faces may be coming. Now, I have my own way of reading this. But what he said, this is what he said on the show. Have you heard we're going to do big changes to the show? So big changes. And then he kept talking. And that's when he got into the fact that maybe we'll just have all fresh faces. We are